Nonprofit leaders, do you often struggle to answer when someone asks what your organization does? Are you able to clearly state what you do and the impact you are making? Donald Miller, best-selling author and marketing expert, says, "If you confuse, you lose." I want you to think about your current messaging. What message are you trying to convey? What is your objective? Is it clear? Is it compelling? Does it resonate with people? Think about it. Hi there, I'm Nancy Reeves, your fundraising coach. Before I continue, make sure you subscribe to my weekly insights by clicking here. That way you won't miss out on any fundraising tips and any upcoming programs. Okay, let's talk about creating clear and compelling messages for your organization so your words will resonate with people. This is the first thing you must do before you even begin to think about fundraising. You want clear and compelling messages that draw in your donors so they first understand who you are and the impact you are making, and second, become involved and engaged. And last, they ultimately become loyal contributors and enthusiastic fans. That's the progression you want. Let me tell you about my failed attempt of getting a message right. While at the foundation, we created a beautiful brochure, colorful with upbeat photos of students and success stories. I thought we had all the right ingredients, and I was so excited about this piece. There was one problem. We had little to no response to the mailing. One of our board members was a marketing expert, so I showed it to him and asked him what was wrong with this piece. He said, "Nancy, your message is unclear. What do you want people to know? What do you want people to do? Your call to action is weak." I learned a great lesson that day with this marketing piece. My message was not clear or compelling. It was a beautiful, colorful marketing piece. That's it. What follows is a 4-part framework for crafting clear and compelling messages for your organization. You want a compelling message so potential donors will listen and be drawn in. I believe every nonprofit leader can create clear and compelling messages by following this 4-part framework. It starts with number 1, your identity. Who are you? You want to be able to state who you are as an organization at a very basic level. I am not talking about reciting your mission statement. I want you to think, what kind of agency or nonprofit are we? What are we known for? What is our reason for existing? Number 2 is that every nonprofit has a problem they are solving or need they are addressing. There is a gap you're trying to fill, a wrong you are making right, or a need to address. Let's look at some examples for these 2 first steps. These are nonprofits you have heard of or you're familiar with. 1, the Humane Society. The Humane Society is an animal protection agency. That's their identity. That ends cruelty, torture, and suffering of all animals. That's the problem they are solving. The second example is the Red Cross. It's a human rights organization. That's their identity, that helps those affected by disaster. You may assume we know what your organization does because we are familiar with it, but that's not true. Don't assume people know what your organization does just because the name is familiar. Do you see this? Do you see how this already brings clarity to these organizations at a very basic level? Okay, let's move on to number 3 and 4 in the 4-part framework for creating clear and compelling messages. Number 3 is your solution. You want to be able to share how you are successfully solving the problem or addressing the need. Be succinct. You want to be able to state your proven solution. Number 4 in the framework is transformation. You want to identify a person or place that has benefited from your work. You want to secure their story or a testimony. Then use storytelling to describe the before and after of a person or a place that conveys your impact. Storytelling is the best avenue for painting a picture in the minds of your prospective donors of how your organization is making a difference. Now, let's put it all together. Let's take the Humane Society in more detail. We already covered their identity and the problem they are solving. They are an animal protection agency that ends suffering of all animals. Their solution is they rescue animals from major cruelty and disaster situations and provide direct care and place them in loving homes. Their transformation, you want to tell their transformation through a story. I found this story on their website. Listen to this. BB had never seen sunlight, was living in a puppy mill, in a tiny rusty cage in a basement, was forced to have litter after litter. Her eyes were crusted shut, and her paws were matted with filth. The transformation? She is now cared for in a loving, nurturing home. She is fluffy and clean and cannot stop wagging her tail. Doesn't that make you smile after first cringing when you hear BB's story? Make the donor feel the cruelty and now the transformation to a loving home. This is powerful messaging. Do you see and feel this? This is what you want. You can do this with your organization. This is what I want you to be able to do. The message you developed has to show up on your website, in your emails, in elevator conversations, on donor visits, in solicitations, and other materials. In summary, we will only see an increased engagement from potential donors if we incorporate a clear and compelling message in our conversations and materials. I want you to try it. Consider this message that you create your organization's value proposition, like a case statement, but shorter and much more powerful. My goal as a fundraising coach is to help you pull in those major donors. Are you ready to try this, to draw in your donors and grab their attention with clear and compelling messages? Let me hear from you. I would love for you to provide a comment below. Okay, guys, remember to sign up for my weekly fundraising tips and strategies by clicking here or going to fundraisingmaximized.com. Look for that bright green button. Again, that's fundraisingmaximized.com. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.